Mike and Emily had been together for 6 years, 3 of them as husband and wife. Back when he was still single, Mike signed a 30-year mortgage on a nice 2-bedroom condo in a good part of town, already thinking family. Casual dating was never his thing. He'd always shot straight for something real. It was to that condo he invited Emily, and for a while life looked picture perfect. Both spouses worked. Mike pulled the classic Monday through Friday desk grind, while Emily cut hair on a rotating schedule at a little boutique salon. One Saturday, finally a day off for both, they were getting ready to hit the park. Emily was already laced up and waiting by the door when Mike's phone lit up. He glanced at the screen, mumbled an apology, and ducked into the bedroom to talk. 5 minutes later, he reappeared, looking storm cloud dark. "Leo just called," he said. "Another crisis. He needs to crash here a couple days and handle some stuff in town. You cool with that?" Emily wasn't thrilled, but picking a fight over Mike's brother always derailed fast, so she kept quiet. In her book, Leo didn't deserve the constant bailouts. He never asked how Mike was holding up, never offered a hand when it would have helped. Mike, though, loved his big brother and stepped up any time Leo's life went sideways, asked or not. The trouble was, the love didn't exactly travel both directions. See, Leo was adopted. Mike's folks had tried for a baby forever, finally brought home toddler Leo. Then, surprise of all surprises, Mom got pregnant. When Mike arrived, Mom and Dad poured every spare ounce of attention into the miracle baby, and sometimes forgot Leo was still learning the whole family thing. Even after Mike was old enough to walk, Leo felt the scale was tipped. Teachers praised Mike's report cards. Dad used them to nudge restless Leo, and every pat on Mike's back stung Leo a little deeper. The jealousy mellowed over the years, but never quite left. A week later, Leo rolled in. He swore he'd only need a few days, wouldn't put them out. First impression surprised Emily. In person, the guy was charming, a storyteller, someone you wanted to hand another cup of coffee just to keep him talking. 2 days blurred into 7, and Leo showed no sign of packing. Emily, who spent her odd days off alone, started seeing him differently. Maybe the brother wasn't so bad after all. Then came Mike's out-of-town business trip. Emily had 0 plans, just a lazy summer Monday when Leo suggested renting a car and driving out to the lakeshore. She jumped at it. The day was brutal hot. The rental's AC was DOA, and when they passed a wild beach, they shared one look and turned off the road, splashed around, sprayed each other like a pair of teenagers, and somehow wound up chest to chest in the water. 1 heartbeat later, they were kissing, hard. Nothing more happened. Emily scrambled onto the sand, nerves shaking, and rode home in stunned silence. Next morning was her second day off. She refused to hang around the condo, so she texted some girlfriends and booked a late brunch. While Ubering across town, she kept pinging Mike, ending with, "Love you so much." Guilt sat on her shoulders like a lead jacket. Close to 4, she let herself back in. The place was quiet. She chugged water in the kitchen, then decided to shower while she had the apartment too. Herself, 10 minutes later, wrapped in a towel, she tiptoed toward the bedroom. Just as Leo walked in, fresh from the gym, sweat-slick shirt over one shoulder, Emily bolted into the bedroom to throw on a sundress, but when she opened the door, Leo was right there, knuckles lifted to knock. We should talk," he said softly, eyes locked on hers, hand resting gentle as a whisper on her shoulder. Whatever came next, Emily never clearly remembered. The second his fingers brushed skin, her head spun. Leo saw it. His plan worked. She melted forward, losing herself in his arms. It happened on the very bed she shared with Mike. Afterward, they lay tangled, chatting in half whispers. Shame and guilt clawed at her, but she shoved them down until only warm afterglow remained. Honestly, she'd never felt that high with Mike. Not once, Gonna tell Mike about us? Leo asked, breaking the hush. Emily frowned. Does he have to know? He'll find out sooner or later, Leo murmured, sliding the sheet lower. What neither lover realized was that Mike didn't need any confession. Before catching his flight, he'd placed a tiny audio bug in the bedroom, just in case, he'd told himself. Uneasy about leaving Leo alone with Emily. Deep down, he'd felt trouble brewing, and his instincts nailed it. On the ride home, Mike listened to the fresh recordings. Every dread came true, and by the time he unlocked the condo door, he felt like a stranger in his own life. Emily was still at work. Leo, predictably, had vanished. So he bailed, Mike muttered, dragging Emily's suitcase out of the closet. Help. The guy. Bite the hand. That's Leo. He folded her clothes with icy care, stuffing every memory into duffels. He wanted them gone before she clocked out. At the salon, customers sipped cucumber water under hair dryers when Mike strode in with luggage. Emily brightened, until her eyes landed on the suitcase they only dusted off for vacations. Mike, why is my suitcase here? We're done, he said loud enough for half the lobby. I'll be filing for divorce so you can hook up left, right, and sideways without feeling guilty. Emily grabbed his arm, steering him toward the door. What are you talking about? Quit the drama. I've got a recording of you and Leo. Mike's calm, cut colder than any shout. Don't come back to my place, he added, turning to leave. The words finally sank in. Cornered and furious, Emily spit out. Well, at least, Leo's a god in bed, unlike you. With him, I don't have to fake it. Mike kept walking. She upped the volume. I'm moving in with him. He's better at everything, you loser. Good luck finding him, Mike said, sliding behind the wheel. He knew his brother's MO cause chaos, then disappear. As kids, Leo hid at friends' houses. Now grown, he'd vanish across state lines, no forwarding address. Emily blew up Leo's phone for days. Voicemails about how Mike was out of the way, how their connection could finally thrive. No answer. Reality dawned brutal and slow. She'd been just another pawn in Leo's lifelong game of sticking it to baby brother. Now came the pricey divorce. The scramble for a new apartment. The sinking realization that she'd torched everything for nothing. And that's the tale. Drop your takedown in the comments. Who do you think crossed the line first? Thanks for listening all the way, and if these real-life dramas hit home, smash that subscribe button for more epic cheating tales. Take care, y'all.